Morning.
Morning.
Monday, 2nd of whatever it is.
October.
Straight on it, innit? Straight on it. Just gotta watch where this lorry driver's going. We're just at Chesterfield Hospital at the moment, and we're just taking someone. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Why are they taking someone to the hospital? Well, unlike Sheffield that have their own coroners, Chesterfield don't. So we attended a death end of last week. That's a nice motorbike, isn't it? Trial bike. We attended we attended a death last week, end of last week, in Chesterfield, and now the coroner wants to do an investigation onto how this person has passed away. Police were called and ambulance service were called, but it were uncertain, so it was decided that we should bring the person into care. There's another undertaker's here, isn't there, David?
Yeah.
Who's that? Private ambulance. No markings at all? No idea. Anyway, so that's what we've just done. We just took that person back so coroners can do an investigation on why they've passed away. Maybe that they haven't seen the doctor in the last 14 days, and it could be that it were an unexpected death. So, right. So anyway, that's what we're up to today. Isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, well, to start with, yeah.
To start with, because it's only 29 minutes past 9. We're supposed to have been there for 9:30. Spot on for timing. Now I've got to go back and I've got an arrangement to do. And then I've got a funeral to do. And then I've got arrangements to do. It's a busy day, busy old day today. Usually is on a Monday, isn't it?
Usually is Monday, yeah.
Now you might not recognise David in course at next few weeks when he comes on onto the channel, because there's going to be a change. We found out on Friday that Dawn's looking for a bungalow. Or she's wanted a bungalow, ain't she, Dave?
Apparently so, yeah.
Apparently. She was telling everybody in the office, but she hadn't told Dave yet.
She hadn't told me yet.
So when I gets in this morning, I says to Dave, "Hey, looking for a bungalow, aren't you?" News to me. That's what they said, isn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't know nothing about it. Women for you. Anyway, trying to get a property today is nigh on impossible for people like Dave. White British. And I'm not being racist. So I've come up with a plan. I've been thinking about this long and hard. I've suggested to Dave that both him and Dawn go on sunbead. Fast tan. Only for about 9 hours a day for a couple of weeks before they go and see somebody about a bungalow council. And then I'm going to get him to go to Romanian lessons. So, you know, he can speak Romanian a little bit. Although that is Italiano, I think, isn't it?
So it's not Romanian.
It's not Romanian. And I only know little bits Italian. Io amo te perché tu sei bella. That surprised you all, isn't it? I should have looked at Dave. Io amo te perché tu sei bella. And that's I love you because you are beautiful in Italian. David would answer back by saying Vangula. Vangula means, well, it's letter F and then there's an off at end of it, so I'll leave that to your imagination. Anyway, that's my plan on Dave getting a flat in Killamarsh, because he's not going up on Norwood. No way, order Dave. But he says, look, there is some flats across from Juniors Club. Quite a lot.
It's not a lot, there's only about 5, I think.
5 then, alright, 5. They try and get 1 of 5. My idea is this. Sun-kissed Mr. Hemmingham and Mrs. Hemmingham. A nice sun-kissed tan. Going in and say, no comprende. I'm even thinking about buying him a dinghy to take with him. What?
So I've just come in on it.
Yeah, I can just say I've only just landed. I need a property to live with my beautiful wife. So that's the only chance he's got, and Dawn's got, of getting a bungalow. I think. I'll pay for him to have Romanian lessons. See what a good boss I am, eh? That's saying right turn there, but that's saying no left turn. So you can turn right, can't you, there? Can you? You can. This lane's for right. Before you couldn't turn right, could you?
No.
You couldn't turn left, I know, but you couldn't turn right. But this says right, so I'm going to turn right here. Because that's where we go, innit? We normally go up there, round about and back down and up there, don't we?
So it's usually straight up, innit?
No, it isn't. That's because we go to that roundabout and turn round. I've been coming here for about 17, 18 years. It's not that one, is it? It's next one.
Next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yep, it's next one. It's this one. It says no right turn. See, you can turn right. What are you on about? Did that say no right turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said no right turn. Yeah.
Must be this fan. It turn right anyway. Just a sign saying you can't turn right. Never mind. Sorted it. We're mad dash rushing about today because really, and we've got no loved ones in care, so it's all right. Would never turn right on a no right turn if you've got loved ones in care. Wouldn't happen. So that's what we're on with today. Turn the indicator off, it's ticking away. What you got to do?
Oh, this and that. Whatever crops up.
Oh, by the way, anybody what's not, hang on a minute, they don't know who you are yet, new ones.
Everybody knows who I am.
But not everybody, because some people might not have joined us before. Anybody what's only just clicked onto our channel, I'm Michael, and I'm an independent funeral director, a proper funeral director, an independent funeral director based in Sheffield. I don't just work for a company, because people who work for companies aren't funeral directors. They're either arrangers, conductors, bearers, drivers. I'm a funeral director. It's my name above door, isn't it, Dave?
So you say?
So I say. Well, last time I looked, and this is David Emmingham. Now, Dave's mortuary manager at our premises, and he looks after loved ones in care, and he looks after mortuary and day-to-day running at mortuary. Dave makes sure that everyone's in the right coffin. So if somebody's going to be dressed, he gets that person dressed and ready and put into coffin. Police coppers, or that might be because I've turned right. Because that's how they come at you, they catch you doing something like that. Don't matter if you break into an house or if they're raping people. They're not priorities. Not in England. Your priorities is mortuaries. That's either somebody turning right at an alright turn, so,
Yeah.
or somebody's parked on double yellow lines. A serious job for police to investigate. Never mind all this rape and muggings and stabbings and murders. Never mind that. There's nothing we can do about that. Somebody's turned right when they're not supposed to. So, you can tell what kind of mood I'm in today. What were I saying? Oh, that's what Dave does. He dresses people. And today, the funerals that's going out, I'm out on a funeral today. No, Lana, Davey.
Yeah, you are.
So the funeral's out today. Dave will make sure that that coffin that is all ready to be put into earth is the right one. He'll check running sheet, make sure that it's that person, make sure that all flowers are there, order of service is all together. is an integral part of the clock that we call the funeral home. There's different sized cogs in a clock. Let me tell you something. And a business, a company, is very much like a clock. Every single spring, every single, what's them little things with little things round, cogs, they're all important. They don't just say, oh, stick one of them in there, it'll look right. They all do something. Take one of them cogs away, keep wanting to say cocks away for some reason. Thinking of Dave here. Take one of them cocks away, clogs away, whatever they are, and it don't work no more, does it? Might work if I'm not here, Dave.
It might do, yeah.
Probably work better, Dave, wouldn't it? Probably work better if I'm not here. So, Dave's an important member, just like everybody is, just like his wife who works for us. Dawn's cleaner, domestic. She's just as important as I am. Don't matter what I do, because if a family come to visit and them premises aren't immaculate, aren't absolutely spotless, that's what that family will remember. If there's dust on skirting boards or on door frames, if there's finger marks on door frames, if there ain't enough tissues in chapel, they'll remember that. It don't matter what you've done, it don't matter how much you've done, they'll remember that. So everybody's an important part of the team, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Everybody. Even down to shoe polish on pair of shoes. My lads, we check every single time we go in out. No muck on your shoes. There's no, if you've done a burial, it's a nightmare because you get clattered in mud when it's raining, don't you? Well, I don't, so don't do them.
I don't do them sometimes.
Well,
I do go out to some funerals.
anyway, back to, when I can get a word in edgeways.
Carry on.
Back down here, I introduced my son and I says, this is Dave Hemmingham. Tell him, have a chat, Dave, it's all yours.
I've done my chatting, you only say.
This lad's got hazards on here. Something wrong there. Oh, he's making a right row, isn't it? Something drastically wrong there. So what are you doing today?
I shall have a look when I get back. It's, see what needs to be done. So this morning it's been sort of more or less straight out.
Yeah.
Things that needed to be done this morning have been done. I'll have a look now, sort myself out for rest at day, prioritise me workload.
Prioritise.
Make sure everything's sorted, ready for that first funeral out.
Senior management.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's been watching this, well, heard about Fuller report that's going on. It's about an electrician that were going into mortuaries and having sex with loved ones in care. It's unbelievable. It honestly is unbelievable. And there's a report going to come out. Now it's only a recommendation report, but that to me is absolutely disgusting. It's vile. It should be mandatory. Nobody is allowed into our mortuary. There's a sign on door. Nobody is allowed in. Only designated people, such as me, David, obviously Cheryl. People who have got to go in the mortuary for a reason. bearers aren't allowed in Mortuary. They never go in Mortuary. They're not even allowed to go into coffin room, because from our coffin room, if Mortuary doors open, you can actually see into Mortuary, so that's why it's always closed. But just to stop that, they're not allowed in coffin room. It's an absolute nightmare, this Fuller report thing. Just go out that way, Davey. Come off that way, that's better, innit?
Yeah.
I'm at Bowshaw, Cole Aston, Bakemore, Jordan folk that way. Yeah, so like I was saying, this Fuller inquiry what's taking place, it's long overdue. It's long overdue. To think that an hospital electrician can have access to Mortuary and do what he wants to do in there without being disturbed or interfered with is unbelievable. So there is at the moment a lot of changes taking place. Will it affect us? Not really in that case, because we've always made it so not just anybody can go into Mortuary. I've got lads works for me now and they've never even seen it Mortuary. They don't know what it's like. It's how it, well, that's how it should be. They don't need to see in the Mortuary. It's important. Loved ones' dignity is everything, without a doubt. So, but Davies obviously is in and out of Mortuary all the time. Now it ponders the question, because we've got CCTV outside Mortuary, on Mortuary door. We've got push button entries on the door. The alarm system is totally separate on Mortuary than it is to premises, and we can override everything with my phone. Our banker fridges sends notifications to my phone if temperature goes up. It's how it should be. It's how it all should be. Last week we had a check, didn't we, Dave? Somebody come in and did an inspection, let's call it. And this guy actually says, this is textbook. This is hospital standards. And that's why I mentioned Fuller, because I says I don't not with Fuller inquiry. I don't want it to be them type of standards. And we were just chatting about it. And I put something to this guy. I'm not going to say too much about it just yet, but I will do a YouTube blog on it soon. I says to him, I honestly believe that all funeral directors should allow other funeral directors into their premises to have a look round. Because if we all did that, and if I went to a funeral director's in Sheffield, I might see something that he does that I don't do and think, bloody hell, that's a good idea. That's going to be better for the loved one. Because we're always learning, we're always developing. And I put it to this guy who was looking around our premises, and he says, that's a fantastic idea. That is an absolutely brilliant idea. But most funeral directors won't allow that to happen, Michael, as you know. Well, I think if you join something like National Federation of Funeral Directors, or maybe National Association of Funeral Directors, or SAFE, which is for Allied Funeral Directors, Independents, they're three organisations that funeral directors, if they wish to, can join. They don't have to do, but they can do if they want to. But I honestly think that if all them organisations, trade bodies, actually says, right, our members will have to allow, you don't have to allow every funeral director, but at least 5 visits a year from other funeral directors should they make a request to come and visit your premises. I think that's good. And yeah, there's some funeral directors that'll be thinking, oh, I don't want them in my premises. Why? Why not? I honestly believe that if there's an area in a funeral home that you wouldn't want the general public to see, because it might need decorating, it might not be up to standards, it might be a bit of an embarrassment, you shouldn't be a funeral director. Quite simple. We're looking after people's loved ones, and everything should be, there's no excuse, everything should be right, shouldn't it, Dave?
It should.
Everything should be right.
There's no excuses.
So maybe this, tell me what you think. Do you think that that's how it should be? Every funeral director has to allow 5 other funeral directors a year to go and have a look around their premises and see where they are. Funeral directors don't have to have a fridge. They're not legally bound to have one. We've always had one from day one. We've had fridges and we've had cold rooms from day one. But you don't have to have one. You have to have access to one, so you could keep loved ones at another funeral director's if you haven't got a fridge. The only criteria is you've got to have access to a fridge. I don't think that, to me, is right. It just doesn't fit right. You don't have to have limousines and hearses. You don't have to have them. You can hire them from another funeral director. But you can still say, I'm a funeral director. I ain't got no equipment, but I'm a funeral director. It's a bit, this is how mad this whole industry is. It'd be like saying, I'm a joiner, but I ain't got no tools. Be like ringing a plumber up and saying, "Nanny mate, piss pot's broke, toilet, or shower's leaking," and him saying, "Ah, right, yeah, I'll come and have a look at it, but I ain't got no tools to mend it." Would you employ him? No, you wouldn't. And that's what the public's doing with funeral directors. They're actually employing them. You're, the general public, are our bosses. At the moment, I think it's quiet. We're looking after how many families? Is it 10, 11?
I think it's 12, I think.
12.
Because there's one.
Oh, right, yeah. So there's 12 had a death over the weekend. So there's 12 people who we're looking after. Now, all them people are my bosses. They pay me. I'm working on their behalf. And that's why we always say, if you want to have a look around, you're more than welcome to. While your loved one's in our care, you're my boss. So yeah, that's how it should be. I'll leave that with you. I'm near Manor Top now. So my idea is this: every funeral director in England should allow 5 other funeral directors, and to put in their mortuary register that they were checked and inspected on such a date by whichever funeral director. If the premises aren't up to scratch and one of the friends who's a funeral director has been in and says, oh, it's immaculate, and another funeral director goes in and looks, and he might say, well, no, hang on, it's not immaculate. You know, this is an old garage. That's an air conditioning unit from B&Q. You can't, that's not going to get cold enough. Common sense tells you. You can't keep loved ones on the stretchers that they brought into care with. or a plank of wood like I know some do, just a piece of 8x4 sheeting cut down 3 foot wide on floor. You can't do that. So I think if we could go around and inspect each other's premises, it'd be brilliant. Would I allow it? Listen, if any funeral director wants to get hold of one of these cameras and come and have a look around our premises, from today, you're welcome.